Desna has a breakdown. We have post-coma sex, and allegiances are constantly shifting. Guys, this is the Claws Aftershow. We've got a lot to talk about, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Super freaky. I will always think of Little Miss Sunshine when I hear this song.
Yes, I love that movie.
Of course, we're not here for Little Miss Sunshine. We are here for Claws, guys, our favorite show on TNT, and this is the After Show. Today, we will be talking about Season 2, Episode 6, called, I have it in my notes. Double Dutch. Thank you. I think that's my tradition, isn't it? To nail the
I'm bad
intro.
at double dutching, so it's okay.
We are so excited to be here, guys. We have so much to talk about. If you didn't know, my name is Jeff. I'm so excited to be here, but I'm not alone. I'm surrounded by a group of brilliant panelists, including Miss Jaimi Gray.
Hey guys.
Miss Jazzie.
Hi.
And Miss Roach Baby Rochelle Pollard.
Hey.
Wow, this was an episode.
I know.
Yes.
We will be talking about it, guys, but that's not all we'll be doing. We'll be also playing a little game called Yes, Yes, No. We've got some news. We've got some predictions. So much to talk about. But before all of that, I would love to hear what you guys thought of this episode overall. Jaimi, I feel like you're ready to talk. Let's start with you.
It's always the pressure, which this episode had a lot of pressure.
Yes.
You know, Desna's going through a lot, Jen's going through a lot. I feel like a lot of people were just very fickle, a lot of back and forth, and just a lot of drama. So I feel like every single person, Desna included, is just a hot mess. But it was cute. Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite episodes because I love the fact how Claws always subliminally gives you like a cute message behind the whole situation. So I do think it was really dramatic, kind of like over the top, but I like the message out of it. As you can see with Desna going back in time with Dean, and it was more so just like kind of refueling that light you have inside of you. You know, like no matter how dark things get, like you'll always be okay. So I love this episode because of that.
I like the episode because it just gave me back that I still have juice.
That confidence, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to Jen.
Dang, that was quite a scene.
Man. That's not even.
I'd say I didn't love this episode. I mean, we were coming off such an amazing episode last week. There was things I really liked about this episode. I've got to say, I'm a little confused about where the Dixie Mafia stands, the Russian Mafia stands, and the Haitian Mafia stands. I guess that's part of it, but I'm a little confused as to Zlata's motives right now, trying to get Ruval to marry Desna. But I have a whole section devoted to allegiances, and I want to unpack it with all of you guys.
Awesome.
But I think I want to start by talking about Desna this episode, because I did think it was a very good Desna episode. I really enjoyed this subplot. How did we feel kind of Orange is the New Blacking Desna this episode?
Oh, I loved it. From seeing like where she grew up, they had that flashback, and also showing Dean. Like I like that Miss Wallace was like, well, okay, so Desna had the scene where she's like, why does he act like that? And I think so many kids do that, you know, where you see someone who's different, even if it is your family. And I love that she was like, that's just how he is. That's just what he does. And then she normalized his behavior to make it more inclusive. So it's like you got to see where they came from being in foster care to kind of how they are now. So I really love the flashbacks and learning more about her.
Yeah, I do too. I have to say, give it up for Niecy Nash's daughter though, because she killed it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, am I looking at Niecy? Like she looks just like her.
Oh, you mean her former version?
Yeah, the former version. Yeah. So the flashbacks, especially when they were at on the playground, you mentioned that scene. That looks just like Desna.
Oh, was
that's
that
her
Niecy
daughter.
Nash's daughter?
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
I didn't either. I was like,
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
well, I was actually like on all the social media before the show, and Niecy had posted a picture like, oh, you know, like baby Desna's here, like my daughter booked this role all by herself. And when you watch, I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder why her lips are exactly the same, her eyes are exactly the same, like
Too
it looks
canny.
just like So I love the back and forth because it gives you more of an understanding on why they are, and I think the casting was on point because even when the little boy that played Dean was in the tree like doing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like they never changed, you know. So I really enjoyed that.
I agree with you. With this episode was a little off for me. Even when it came back to the flashback, it seemed like it really didn't matter because even though they said, "Sweetheart, that's just what we tell children."
I know.
Oh, that
was
cracked
so
me up.
funny.
She reminds me of everyone's like aunt to your grandma, right? It was
Yeah.
just like, honey, I was just saying that because you're a baby and you're foolish. Like,
Right. But at the end of the day, she got her feel back. So hey.
yeah,
she did.
exactly.
This was my favorite part of the episode. I'm so glad to hear that was Desna's daughter.
Yeah,
Niecy
thank you for
Nash's
telling us
daughter.
that.
Yeah,
It also
seriously.
shows that Niecy really likes to put people on. We know that she has helped with Karuchi. You know, Karuchi, of course, did her on her own, but she helped her. She's helped a lot of people. Now she's helping her daughter out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think let's talk about specifically this Mrs. Wallace component. We brought it up a little bit. I really, really liked this because I think the version of Desna and Dean's foster childhood that we've grown up with, I thought it was all traumatic. I thought it was all bad. But it was nice to see that at least some of their foster care experience was supportive and light. Because I think it's important to show that not all foster situations are negative.
Right.
That's a good point.
Right.
That's a really good point.
And of course they're not. You know, maybe some of you all know people who have been in foster care. I know I do.
Yeah.
And some, you know, you have your good, you have your bad. And unfortunately, there is bad. But I like that they showed that. But I never really thought about Desna's mom. Never really thought about her
me
mother.
either.
So when they showed her, I was like, wait, what's happening? Because when I saw Miss, I was like, why do they call her Miss Wallace? Maybe she's a neighborhood friend. But I'm like, oh, that was their foster mother. So they really could have made that scene a little bit longer because it kind of got cut off short. So maybe they'll go back into it. I hope that they do. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the chat. But what did you guys think?
It threw me off. I was
Yeah.
confused because they never talked about their real parents. So it doesn't, at least didn't. So I didn't even know. From my understanding, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe like, you know, their parents had passed away
Me
or
too.
something happened.
I assumed they were
it was
dead.
never like really discussed. So to see that in the scene, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know she even existed. So, and as we know that she went away with her mom. So I want to know, like, do they end up going back to foster care? Like, what happened? So now we have more unanswered questions. So.
Yeah, that's the best thing about Claws. They have so many writers and so many people put in so many details into it, but then it gets confusing. Like, don't go for a bathroom break because you're going to miss it all.
They're like,
Yeah.
that's why we're going to have a season 4 and 5. And I'm like, okay,
You got
that's
to.
probably why they do it. They're like, we're just going to hold off until we get more seasons and more
Agreed.
seasons.
Makes sense.
Definitely. Yeah, I didn't realize her mom was in the picture either. And
Yeah.
that was a very interesting performance. I really enjoyed. I think that was well cast. But it's interesting to think that Desna's mom was a user. And she's so tied up in drugs. I'm kind of like, girl, you've seen the effects of what drugs do to people.
That's a good point.
Why are you trafficking? Like, why are you pursuing a life of crime when it destroyed your mom?
Sometimes they're the main ones, though.
Yeah.
I'm saying they because that's not me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it is just that. You're so immersed into the culture that you feel like there's no... Well, I mean, it's not like Desna wanted it, but it's just like, it just got worse and worse, and she just keeps digging this hole kind of deeper for herself and her team. So
Right.
it's just unfortunate. Yeah.
Well, I will be interested to see more of... Oh, I'm so sorry, Jazz.
No.
I totally interrupted.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I wasn't going to say anything. It was a really awkward moment.
Okay. That's what we do here. It's live production, baby. Well, what I was going to say was I'll be super interested to see if they do pursue more of this because we know that she had at least a chapter of her foster history that was so traumatic because we met
Yeah.
her terrible, now dead, foster parents from last season. But it's interesting to think that she had some time with her actual biological mom interspersed throughout that. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see how they play this out. But before we get into that, I would love to hear more about some of our network's initiatives and
Ooh,
some of the
yes.
subscriptions opportunities that you got.
Hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking if you please can subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and you'll help the AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they are optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this YouTube channel and check out other AfterBuzz TV channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments and we will thank you on air. For now, thank you for being the best fans and helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
We love you guys.
We
Thank
love you
you.
guys. And that subscription stuff is real, guys, because
Yes.
I'm so afraid of subscriptions, but I wanted to practice what I preach.
I like
So-
subscriptions.
Oh, I love sorry, that notification. When I just said
Oh, I know.
subscription.
I know what you mean. Like, you get the little bell and it'll tell
No
you.
one
But,
wants that.
but sometimes I like it, you know, especially if it's a show that I really like Claws or Pose or whatever show. But, you know, I know that Jeff has mentioned before, when you subscribe, they're going to notify you of other videos that you might like. And that's always
the
helpful
best.
because sometimes YouTube is kind of like the main TV, which is why you're probably watching us. So make sure to subscribe and like and keep it coming. We have more for you.
Okay, so let's talk about the hospital.
Yes.
I think all of us knew Bryce wasn't going to be dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank the
He's
Lord.
in a coma. He has some very interesting activities in his coma, but I want to save that. I want to first talk about one thing I really liked about this was we got to see the Dixie Mafia. We got to see the human side of them, right? How did you guys feel about the way everyone sort of... Well, I guess we should start by talking about Jen and Desna's blow up here.
Oh, yes. Yes,
This
let's
was
do
some
that.
real acting
Yeah,
on Claws.
it
How'd you guys
was.
feel about this scene?
It was.
Okay, so I was kind of mad at Jen just for a hot second. I understand why she's mad. That is it's her husband still, I guess. But that's your husband, the father of your kids. But why are you putting all of this blame on Desna? I just felt like it was kind of wrong for her. But at the same time, you know, that's the father of your kids. But I'm
emotional.
like, and it's not like she would let go of everything just because he cheated on her, which is still a huge no-no, okay? But it's just like, I'm like, there's just give and take, and it's just, that's why the whole situation is just so messy, but I still felt like it was wrong for her to put it all on Desna. Like, everybody's included.
I don't think that she was wrong for that because she was very, very emotional. You have to think about your husband gets shot in front of your eyes. You're trusting your best friend, your ride or die, you've known for a long time, to take care of this. She talks to Delata and tells Delata, oh, you know, please don't have any any violence. Let's just talk it out. When Jen told Desna, are you going to tell Delata that the mafia is trying to attack her, pretty much? So it was kind of Desna's fault a little bit, because she opened her mouth and Uncle Daddy showed up. Had Uncle Daddy showed up, I mean, Desna probably would have still been ready, but like it wouldn't have went down probably like that. So I think Jen wasn't wrong, and she was emotional, as you can see later in the episode. She was like, "Where's Desna? Like, I'm still your girl," you know. Like,
don't blame me for somebody shooting your husband, okay? I'm sorry. Don't blame me. Like, I didn't tell him to shoot him. You know, it's not my fault. I didn't hold the gun.
I agree with both, but my thing is that watch what you say. You know, personally, I would have just been, get out my face. I don't have the time right now. Goodbye. You know, text me, IG me something, and then we will. You know, when I'm in a better space.
No,
but I know
agree.
myself.
I agree. She could have handled it differently. I just don't think she was wrong, but she could have handled it differently.
There you
But it's Jen.
She wasn't wrong.
It's Jen. Jen is kind of a mess, and she's still kind of getting over her addictions. So, yeah.
That's a good point, though. I hear what everyone's saying. I'm like, I feel like I wasn't
figure out where I'm going to go.
I wasn't settled on this, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, I mentioned it earlier, but I think we get to see a really, really human side of the Dixie Mafia.
Yes.
I really liked the scene where they were praying around.
Me too. I wrote that and I was like, I like this.
Yeah. I think Claws, it's a very progressive show, but it will never shame any kind of group, right? It's like gay, straight, bi, whatever, you're cool here. Non-religious, Christian, whatever, you're cool here. Like, I do think this is the kind of show that on some networks might really shame, you know, God-fearing people or people who practice religion.
Which is dumb.
Black Islam we got in this season. We've gotten Christianity this season.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've never really seen this show shame a specific group of people. And I thought it was really interesting to see the Dixie Mafia praying for...
They're super inclusive, just like you mentioned with the Black Muslims, because you don't always hear a lot about them, but we see them all the time. They exist, okay? It's not only just Muslims, because sometimes they kind of get shunned away too, like, well, you're not Muslim, you're Black. No, it's more than that. But even if you are Christian, you're God-fearing and praying, you can still be gay too. Yeah. So I like that they're just so inclusive, and when Uncle Daddy was like, either you're going to sit down here and pray or get out, I loved that, because you don't see that side of him, and, you know, I pray all the time, so I loved it. I was like,
good.
Ooh,
it was, yeah. We need to see that. I think we need to see that.
Definitely.
Because it just shows how human that they really are.
Right.
Yeah.
I never even thought about seeing the human sides of them. I'm just, you know.
Especially Uncle Daddy, you know?
Yeah, but the fact that he was about to die and they were just like, you know, you need to get up out of here. You're like, hold on now.
He's like,
with
so
my
we're
Lord and
gonna pray.
Savior.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, I have to join in his prayer.
Just reach your hand out.
It was cool. It was really cool. Well... Bryce, of course, doesn't stay in his coma because Jen sexes him out of it.
Talk about power of the, you know.
Power of the
Yes.
The power of the P. Okay, here's a question. Was this too Clausy? Or was it perfect?
Perfect.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I was just like, okay, now.
Clausy?
Well, okay.
Over the top, yeah.
Just like, Claus can get away with a lot. Did it get away with this?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
I get where you're coming from, Jeff, because in the beginning when we saw the erection and Jen got excited, I was like, okay, don't
Jen
do
got
this.
excited. Let's talk about Bryce.
Well, that's right. I mean, they're both excited, but I mean, she just saw it just rise up, and so she was like, well, let me just take action. So I mean, at that moment, I was like, Jen, don't you dare, girl, don't do that, Jen. And then she ends up doing it, and I was like, well, I guess it actually solves problems. Like, I learned something new today.
I guess I don't blame her, though. I mean, that's still her husband.
Still her husband.
And it just goes to show that she really knows him very well.
Yeah.
And she was able to revive him through physical touch.
Yes.
So.
I was scared because I honestly thought that once he opened his eyes and saw it was Jen, he was going to push her off or get upset.
Yeah.
So I was really worried. I was like, okay, please just let him like go with the flow. Bryce, don't mess this up. You got this moment right here. Like, don't mess it up. So
Was anyone feeling like, is this okay? He's unconscious.
No.
There's that element where you're a little bit like, what's the consent situation here? I know, like, they're married, but, like, spousal.
Yeah.
I guess the real question is, would we do it?
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it.
Sorry. I think that's a really good point that you made, though, because sometimes there can be a double standard. Like, let's say if it's the other way around and Jen is there and he's having her reach towards his genitals, then we'd be like, okay, this is Clawsy, but what the heck?
Yeah.
It would feel very different, I think, if it was a woman unconscious and some dude. Like, I guess I could.
That's why I like double standards.
I don't know, though. I mean, I know this was very Claws, and it was handled, I think, as well as it could have, but I don't know if this is my favorite thing the show's ever done.
No, I totally get it. And I've seen other shows do this too, like American Horror Story, when the girl is like riding the guy and then he dies. It was like her superpower. Season 3, Keven. Anyway, but it's you see this a lot, but I did feel like it was just too much because sometimes Claws does a really good balance of drama and comedy, and then sometimes like it teeters.
Yeah.
So,
And this episode definitely did that to me of the drama. It wasn't like, to me, it wasn't really as comedic on this episode.
Not really.
It wasn't.
This was, and I couldn't figure out if the show was playing this for comedy or not.
it didn't work for you?
I don't know. I mean, I might be being critical, so if you guys disagree with me, please let us know in the comments. That's what this after show is for, and I've been here for Jen and Bryce all season.
Yeah.
So if they have one moment I don't love, you know,
So
that's...
be it.
I think that's what I do love about this panelist is that you guys are not yes men.
Right.
Because this is my first time hearing you guys say something like I don't like it. Regular time you guys are like, oh, I love this, I love that,
Right.
and this is very new.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys are saying no, I loved it. But I do like that you guys didn't like it. But I feel like they're so open to everything else. The fact that Uncle Daddy has a wife and
a
a boy
boyfriend.
toy.
Right.
You know, like that's okay. Not okay in my book. You're
Right.
not gonna say, but you know, under the Lord, you can go ahead and do that. So
Right.
Yeah.
I really quick, I do want to shout out Trishna in the comments right now. She said that she loved Rova's comment. That's a magical right there. You better bottle that up. That was so funny. I was
And
agreeing
sell
when he
it.
said that. I was like,
They should make a nail color. Jen's pea power.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Target.
I'd wear it.
Yeah.
China
love
glaze.
Oh my god.
you would be.
Well, I was literally confused until we got on air. The last thing that happens in the hospital is that someone gets shivved. I thought it was Uncle Daddy.
And it
until
was
you-
not.
That was so confusing to me, so I'm glad you guys cleared that up.
Yeah.
I think they did that on purpose just to confuse us a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
You could definitely see when the Russians walked in and they're looking at everyone's bald heads. They all look like Uncle Daddy from the back. And then that one blue shirt, they're like, that's him. But you can see clearly it was not him.
Nice. Well, let's go ahead and talk about all these allegiances because, frankly, I need to unpack this with you guys. So Zlata is pushing Ruval to marry Desna so that Zlata can claim all of
Family.
Desna's assets. The one thing I'm confused about, didn't Zlata give Desna all of those assets in the first place?
Maybe that was her whole plan in the first place to make it seem like she did.
I'm just like, if she had the power to give, like, to will over a deed to a mansion, why not just hold on to that deed?
Because then she's still in control.
Okay.
You know, she's like, oh, here you go. She's going to make her think that she has something. Whereas in reality, she still wants to be in control.
So I
Lots
guess
of sneaky.
this way she can claim Desna's allegiance and her assets.
Yeah.
I guess
And
it's-
she can always keep eyes on her.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That makes more sense. I'm also confused about, let's just talk about it. We'll get more into the thick of it. But, so, okay. The Dixie Mafia is on the Russian Mafia's, is on the Haitian Mafia's team because Ruval and the Dixie Mafia had been co-conspirating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we think Ruval was lying and Ruval is actually on the Russian team? Or do we not know where Ruval stands?
We don't know where he stands.
Hey,
No
you know,
say.
yeah, we don't know where Reval stands, but I really think that he's on the Dixie side.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I honestly think he's going to switch over and get on Zlata. I think that's all his plan. Either probably take over both of them or just be on the Dixie side. I really do not think that he's like Team Zlata at all.
You don't think he's just for himself or the Haitian
That's
mafia?
what I'm saying. It's a possibility he might be for himself. But
Right.
if you have to pick
If
a
you have to
side,
choose a side.
it's definitely Dixie. I
Oh,
don't.
for
It's not a
sure.
Russian.
Because you saw how when Zlata was kind of making demands, he was looking at her like, girl.
Like, only do you know that you have to be next.
Right. And
No.
of course, he's a guy, so he's going to use her.
Right.
I was just gonna say that, but no offense.
Sorry, I'm
You're a
getting
good
married
guy.
in 5 weeks, guys. Yeah. You guys knew that, right?
Well, not in
She
five.
said
I knew you were getting.
yes. She said yes.
I knew
said
you were.
yes.
I knew you were getting married, but I didn't know it was going to be in 5 weeks, so I didn't know. But I'm really happy for you.
Nice. I kind of keep it on the DL, but yeah.
No,
Why'd you say it on
that's,
here?
That's not,
I know,
that's
and I
not
know
real.
it's not a podcast, but we're still
Congratulations.
Thanks, y'all. August 18th
Oh,
That's soon.
in Indianapolis.
I'm next.
Yes.
Yeah, can you rub that on his
Yes,
face?
yes.
Rub it.
Spe-
Just rub it.
speaking-
He's like, why am I rubbing you?
No, I got you.
Speaking
I
to
got
the
you.
distance,
over here.
you are
Yes,
next.
thank you.
the name of
All
Jesus.
right, people, our fans are about to tune out. Let's talk about You're totally fine. You're totally fine. All right, so you guys think Ruval might be independent. The thing is, I don't necessarily see him with the Dixies because he got a BJ from Zlata. Do you know what I mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I just...
Oh my God, Jeff, let's be honest. You're a guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if a girl wants to do her thing,
Yeah.
you maybe, I mean, not now, of course.
Right.
Sorry, fiance. But,
No.
I mean, you know.
It's
but
true.
It's true.
I
So.
just, for me, that
on
kind
your
of
side.
sealed the deal of at least he's not Team Desna. And I feel like the Dixies and the Desnas are so closely tied. I just don't see it.
You know what I think? Well, I guess this would be more so prediction, so I'll save it. But I don't think he cares about Zlata, especially since she gave him a BJ.
Right.
Like, I feel like it was more of a sign of disrespect. Like, yeah, go ahead, do this.
Right.
That's what I sense from it. And then, like, she started making demands the next episode that we see, and he's looking at her like,
Wait, I'm sorry.
Sounds very
Were you
familiar.
saying that like he does have respect for
No, he doesn't have
Zlata?
respect for her.
Yeah, no. I mean,
He's like,
I
"Get down on your
agree
knees."
with that. I didn't know if I was like counteracting that. You're.
It's just a little murky to me right now, so I'll be excited to see how the show unpacks this. But what's cool is Desna comes back all empowered from her breakdown, and at least for now is faking it with Zlata. So right now she's got Zlata on her finger, pretending that she's Team Russian. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
I'm
And
proud
she
of
looked
her.
so
I'm happy
badass
that-
in that
yeah.
jumpsuit too, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she did.
she
Yeah,
did with
Yeah.
that ponytail.
Yes.
Hashtag too. I seen on Twitter, everybody was like, "What kind of undergarments she wearing?" So please, Niecy, if you're watching, let us thick girls know who we with. Vicky, who we with? You know, Victoria's Secret, Tarjay. What type of
Are you
under?
serious?
Taurus. I mean, because her body looks crazy.
Her
You've never seen her
skin?
undergarment. Like everything looks perfect.
Even the cleavage, I was like, whoa, like it was all shiny and cocoa buttered, and like, yeah, she looked great.
She looks amazing.
By the way, I also want to mention Zlata looks good too in that blue like shimmery shawl. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
liked
wasn't
it.
checking for Zlata. I was like,
I mean, I thought that was cute. Really quick, the people in the live chat or for viewers want to talk about Hank in the hospital.
Oh, right. I forgot about Hank.
Like,
forget about him.
I know.
That was intense. I was telling her, I was like, we have to start this show with I'm upset by Drake because I'm upset. I'm really upset. I'm angry. Why was he there? Why do you think it was okay to show up at that time? Like, oh, friends are here for difficult times. No, you're not my friend. You're not my
Yeah.
friend. And this is my husband. Why would you come up here? Like, that's not cool.
She was really upset. you
I was
guys.
upset.
Yeah.
This is
that's gonna be
not
part
the
of my
time.
prediction.
I was upset.
She was hooking up with Hank, though.
But that's
Yeah.
not her man. And either way, she did tell Hank, you know, I'm sorry, but I want to work things out with my family. She was honest.
Yeah.
She was honest with him from the beginning to
Can't
end.
use him.
So, but my thing is, why would you just show up and pop up? How did Hank even know? I'm upset.
Yeah.
Common sense. Common sense is not
It's good.
so
Jazzie
common.
has spoken. I appreciate it. No, you're convincing me. It wasn't really Hank's
No, it
place.
No,
No.
at all.
Never.
Roller didn't think so.
Oh, of course not.
Yes, Roller.
Yeah, I'm getting more to say about that because I have a prediction, so I'll leave it for
Say
my
it.
predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anything else? I'm still sorting through all these allegiances. Anything else I'm kind of missing in terms of the Dixies, the Haitians, and the Russians? I mean, there's so much. It's almost with Claws. Sometimes there's so much, it's even hard to parse it all out. But I feel like, at least for now, Desna has the upper hand. You know, she's going to
She
start
does.
playing the game, and she needed
happy
this.
about this.
She needed this to really unpack these allegiances and play the game. Because I don't think she's really been playing the game right this season. And now she finally will be empowered to play the game right.
Because now she's aware.
Yeah, because now she's aware of all of it. One thing I did like quickly, we opened the episode with Desna's eyes and we closed the episode with Desna's
Yes.
eyes.
I know.
With the fire.
Yeah.
That just, yeah.
I'm glad you brought
Lots
that up.
of
I didn't even think of
little
that.
Notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. We got a lot of closes on Desna. A lot of cool match cuts because we also had that scene where Polly threw the ball and it bounced up and was the basketball coming back.
Yes. What did you? Okay.
Yeah,
what
I
did you
love
guys
that.
think of that? Because I, for a second, thought when I saw the little girl bouncing the ball on the wall, I was like, "Is that
Polly.
Then I saw Desna come, and I was like, "No, it's not." Okay.
Well, let's talk about Polly. That's a perfect
Okay.
transition. So, again, Carrie Preston just killing it on
Every
this
time.
show. She will literally walk to someone, have one voice, turn around, have a different voice, get on the phone, have a third voice.
Yes.
She feels torn because she feels like she's found her calling as sort of a female pimp and leader to a group of male strippers. She finally feels like she's found her life's purpose.
Poor thing.
But she doesn't want to help out the Russians. What does Polly do?
Oh, that just gave me another prediction. It just came out of nowhere. But I will say this. Because she has so many personalities, watch her give us a personality that's going to help everybody in the end.
Ooh.
Because since she's not doing anything right now, what is she capable of?
Ooh.
And so we haven't really had her backstory just yet. So maybe it's next episode, because I think that some of the guests we've had on have said that she's going to have her backstory soon. So
That's
fingers
what
crossed.
I'm hoping for too.
Yeah.
I
Right.
agree.
I mean, there's probably so much there.
Oh,
You know.
Oh, for sure.
Well, the big Polly scene we get that's very important to the plot is Dr. Ken comes and gets down on one knee, proposes, and she starts coming out with this criminal history. She's on wire. Arlene and her other girl are listening. Here's what I'm confused about. Polly on wire talking about this, being a criminal. Was she saying because she's, like...
Want to release it all?
Well, what I was wondering is because she's pimping out these guys, was that what she was owning up to in terms of her crime history? She didn't ever mention the drugs or the trafficking. Yeah. She said, I'm a madam now.
I think she was kind of relating her history with her present at the same time.
Okay.
Because what she's doing at the strip club is not really legal, right? That's not legal.
Well, I think it is illegal, but they were looking like, girl. You know,
but
the police officers.
Yeah, that's what I was confused
really
about.
Yeah.
I couldn't sort through this.
They were confused as well, but I think she was talking about her past because, as we know, she's been on house arrest, she was locked up, so I think she's like, you know what, I have everything to lose right now.
Yeah.
Like my life is on the line. So
Roach, you interpreted it as just the FBI, the Arlene and the other girl being like, this means nothing to us.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because they was just like, what? Eating their donuts like, girl.
They expected some kind of drug confession.
Of
Instead, they
course.
got her guilt about hoeing out a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments, because I did wonder, because these guys are being prostituted as well, she was mentioning they are, what was
They call her master.
They call her well, in the phrase where if you're going to use your tongue, make sure you find the boat in the harbor. Was that what it was? Where she's on the phone talking in
remember the
very
tongue part.
metaphorical terms about how to get to third base, essentially.
Oh, right.
So I wondered if maybe, because that technically is illegal, so I wondered if maybe she was owning up to that, and if she will pay for that. I don't know. I think Roach's interpretation is the one I like.
Yeah.
Finally, the last thing we get in the episode, guys, is Virginia leaving the nail salon.
this is a really cute episode from Virginia.
It was. I liked it.
Yeah, it really was.
Plus, I love kids. But yeah, at first I was like, when they all came in the house, it's gonna work. But then we see Evan Daigle, aka Toby. And then the other character, do you guys remember who that was?
I do not.
Or is that someone
remember.
new?
That's his
There was someone else there, but I guess we could figure
the seemingly transitioning trans guy. Was that right? Trans girl.
Perhaps.
Or maybe not. I guess we don't necessarily know.
We could just say transsexual.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. But you guys, if you know, let us know in the chat. But maybe we'll know further in the episodes.
Right, we'll see. But yeah, it wasn't necessarily alluded to, so I guess we shouldn't make assumptions. But,
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else in the episode that we need to talk about?
Go ahead.
I was just kind of thinking it was kind of a little scattered. I mean, I've mentioned before, but speaking of Virginia's situation, I've never seen Evan. Toby. Excuse me. I've never seen Toby in the Claws without Uncle Daddy around.
I know.
So I was kind of confused. Like, well, since when are they partners?
He's
like,
off the leash.
Friends? Yeah, he's off the leash.
Literally.
Yeah,
And then we didn't see Marina at all in this episode with Polly.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, people are missing. What's going on? Like, it was kind of just like I said, it was all around unanswered questions happening.
A lot of unanswered questions, but here's to hoping we get some more answers as the season goes on. We still got 4 episodes, so really we still have a lot to sort through. I do think we have a little yes, no, though. We've got a new segment, guys.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So for our first question, is Polly going to be arrested? Yes or no?
No.
I love the icebox.
I know. I was like,
I might start.
I was
dancing.
like, if he's playing my song right now, I know he's not playing my song. Okay.
Oh, Marion.
So
we
yeah,
got 4 no's for those of you listening on iTunes.
Yeah.
And if you're watching right now in the live chat, please chime in on us when she's asking these questions. Say yes or no in the live chat.
Yes.
Might shout you out, guys.
Yes.
Second one, do you guys believe Desna will still marry Dr. Revolve?
Ooh.
I think yes.
Oh, yes, friend.
Okay. Should I add it to a prediction or just say why?
Yeah, just say why.
Okay, I think that she will because she might try to make it like a big bang for the season finale.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's nice.
Were you yesing over there, Roach?
Yeah, why not?
Are you still shipping them?
What do you mean by shipping?
Like, do you still like them together?
Yeah.
You do?
I like them
the
together.
idea of them.
I'm kind of Desna roller lately.
What did I tell you guys?
No,
okay,
no,
I told
you did. You
I told you
did,
they're gonna get back
Jaimi.
together. I sensed
We
it.
had that moment. I didn't mention it, but
You did.
yeah, you guys. I will say, shout out to Jaimi and Jazzie who were on that train from the beginning. Okay, third. Did you have one more?
Yeah, this one. Can you really wake someone up from a coma with magic girl powers?
I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm gonna flip it. Yes and no.
I'm gonna say yes. I just really think it's just magical.
Yeah. Bottle it up, baby.
If you can do it through music, I'm pretty sure you can do it through physical touch. But because the world may never know unless you try it, let me know how it goes.
Please let me,
DM me. Yeah, let me know.
All right, y'all. Let's get into some news and gossip.
Ooh, yes, the news and gossip. So we'll make this quick because I know you guys are really excited about news and gossip. So let's start with our girl Virginia, aka Karrueche.
Look at that photo.
So yes, Karrueche has posed for Paper magazine, y'all, and she is not pulling a Kim K. She's pulling a Karrueche. All right. So I love this look with the pigtails and the blue and the crop top. It's really great. It's giving me like a Tokyo vibe. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. She's slaying. She's owning it.
I just love her.
Yeah, and just to give you guys a heads up, today's news and gossip is pretty much just celebrating. So the next
Wait,
photo,
real quick, because
yeah,
I
go
love
ahead.
that look. Karrueche is Asian, right? I'm trying to remember.
She's Asian and black.
She's
her
Vietnamese.
father
She's
is
Vietnamese. Okay, cool.
yeah, her father is black and her mother is Vietnamese.
It's a good looking combo,
fact.
I will say.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then the next photo that I want to show is Karrueche at BeautyCon LA, guys. So that was this past weekend. The likes of Kim Kardashian, Amara La Negra, any beauty influencer you can think of was there. It is an amazing event. So if you're ever in the LA area, make sure you go next year. I might be there as well. But she was also doing at the Claws booth where they were giving away free manicures.
What?
Yes, free manicures. So if you weren't there, you missed out.
And just
But,
real quick,
yeah.
guys, just so you know, AfterBuzz was there. So we're putting the package
Yes.
together, and we'll have a segment on that next week.
Exactly. See, so you guys make sure to check that out as well. And so then, of course, speaking of celebrating, I'm going to go to this next beautiful picture of Miss Niecy Nash. Go ahead and pull that up. If you guys see, Miss Niecy Nash just received her
Niecy.
Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Clap it up for Niecy, guys. Oh my
Well
goodness.
deserved. Well deserved.
And you know, Jen was here last week where she also confirmed that Niecy would be receiving her star. And I wanted to show this next photo. She posted this on her Instagram, Miss Niecy Nash, and I wanted to read what she said. Full circle moment. When I was about 9 years old, I was on Hollywood Boulevard and I saw a man I recognized from TV. My dad told me it was Ed Asner. I walked over and said, "Sir, I know you were an actor, and I'm going to be an actor too. And one day, my name is going to be right there on one of these stars. Remember my name." And then she also referenced scripture. Is it
Hebrews.
Hebrews? Are you sure? Okay, so she had a typo.
Habakkuk, sorry.
Yeah, Habakkuk. That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a typo, Niecy. So Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And I wanted to post this because it's just very inspirational.
It is.
Whatever you are looking to go towards in your dreams, keep going. And look at this. This man is sitting there in this photo with her. So I thought that was beautiful. Congrats again to Niecy. And of course, our Claws cast is on the next photo. You see to the far left, Janine, who is also the EP of Claws. You see Harold. You see Jason. You see Niecy, Jen, and you also see Judy. So Karrueche was there at a later event, but I love the support that she's receiving from her team, and you can tell that it's just very genuine.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
absolutely.
So congrats to Niecy and just to Claws and to Karrueche, just everybody. And that is our news and gossip.
Thank you, Jamie.
Of
Killing it as
course.
always. I love it because I don't necessarily know our news going in, and I feel like a fan whenever we get it. It's so awesome. So I'm sure you guys are loving it too at home. All right, we've got 3 minutes. Let's do some predictions, y'all.
Yes. Ooh. Should I go last since I have like 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I will go ahead and start. I kind of think we're going to see some heating up between Roller and Desna.
Well, it's about
sounds
time.
hot.
It's about time. Jazzie's been on that train since the beginning. I was not, because I weirdly kind of like Roller and Olga. I don't know why. But just like as they're both kind of outsiders. So and when with the baby too, I sort of like
Yeah.
Jaimi was never on that train. But I feel like what this season has done a lot of is giving us moments where even if Desna and the Dixie Mafia are butting heads, Desna and Roller have been on the same vibe all season with these little scenes, you know? And it's been working some magic in my head. So we'll have to see what happens with that.
I kind of wish that to just piggyback on your prediction that Roller spoke up in this episode we seen where he kind of confesses like, oh, I didn't know about everything else, and I'm like, well, why didn't you tell her what you wanted to say? He wasn't as honest or as detailed, so I agree with you. He's probably gonna open up some more.
Yeah.
But I think that we haven't seen the end of Hank. I think Hank's gonna come for some kind of heat next episode, and I'm not here for it at all. So Hank, I mean, I just know the mafia needs to be strapped because I don't know. I think that's gonna happen, and I think we're gonna see more of Virginia's backside. I don't know. I think Virginia has a story that we still haven't got a glimpse of yet.
Well, I should have went first because they took all my sayings, but I was just gonna say definitely agree with that. I guess they're going to work it out, her and Roller. As well, I believe Hank is going to come and act up. And as well, I believe Virginia's is her time to shine. She did her thing. So I think her and Desna, brother, I think they're going to work it out.
Virginia and Dean.
I'm still here for it.
I don't know about Virginia and Dean, but I do think that we're probably going to get a good story on her. Just because today's episode was too cute for her. So I'm like, they're going to have to get to like the nitty gritty. But my prediction, so Hank, just to piggyback on what you guys said, but I think Hank actually might be involved somewhat. Or he's going to get himself involved when he does not need to be. Because why did you show up on such a time like this?
Jewish mafia?
No, I think Hank is he's just all over the place. I think he's gonna mess things up very terribly.
Hank is in love with the PP too.
Well, it's gonna mess him up in the end. It's gonna mess everybody up. That's my prediction for that. Polly's alter ego, I think that she might be able to help somehow in the future with one of her personalities.
Yeah.
Maybe one that we have not discovered yet. Or maybe it's like the British warlord one that's like in the Hammer and Pickle that might help out. Because you just never know. We don't know what to expect. And last but not least, Desna's going to show her dark side. You saw the fire in her eyes at the very last scene. So...
All right, I love it. I love you guys. We got to get out of here, though, guys. This has been the Claws Aftershow here on AfterBuzz TV. Today we covered Season 2, Episode 6. We'll be back next week, 4 p.m. on Monday for Season 2, Episode 7. If you guys want to find me online and talk all things Claws, please do that. You can reach me on Twitter at Jeffrey C. Graham or comment down below with your thoughts.
Hey guys, I'm Jaimi Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray.
And I'm Jazzie. You can find me on all social media platforms at I'm Jazzie.
And you can find me at Roach Baby. That is RoachBaybee.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. We love you. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterbuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.